Right, I painted this one a couple of weeks ago. And I was just looking at it and I thought, I wouldn't mind these background trees here a little bit stronger. And these trees here are a bit transparent, a bit see-through. Because they're a solid thing, if that had been leaves or something, transparent could have been good. But because it's a solid thing, I think I want a bit thicker paint on. So I thought, I often sit back and look about half hour after I've finished the painting. I often sit back and look and think, oh, what shall I do? I'll just show you this one, what I painted yesterday. Sat back and looked at that for half an hour, and then after I put a little, just washed a bit of paint out there for a little path, and then I washed a little bit out there, just so that bit stood out from that bit, and that right. But I just like to sit back, have a cup of tea and that, have a look, and see what I think about something, you know what I mean? Right, so let's have a look, let's mix the green up for this, but I'm not going to go much darker, just a tiny little bit. So I'll mix up a tiny bit of green. I suppose I want quite a thin paint really on this, because it's quite far back, you see. So I like quite a watery paint, so I've got yellow, tiny dab of blue. I think I like quite a bright colour, tiny dab of blue, just to send me a bit of green. Oh, that looks quite nice, let's try that. So let's make sure it's not. In fact, let me hold right at the back of my brush, then I can sit right back as far as I can, and I can see better if it's looking right or not. I don't need much control. I'm more interested in getting the right amount of paint on it there, and I'm sat right back now, just holding my brush right at end. I've got my brush there, and I'm sat right back there, a bit on there, there's some there, there's even some behind that tree, look. I think that's enough. I could even get some water on and soften that a bit. Let's do that just in little places. So I've just got water on my brush now. Same again, I'm sat right back as far as I can, so I can see what it looks like from how far back I am. That looks better, I've softened it a bit. This here, might not have enough control to sit right back and do these. Right, let's mix colour for these trees then. You know what, I think I'm just going to have a bit of Burnt Umber and a bit of Payne's Grey. I think that'll do me. So look at that. So, I mean, light's coming in that way. So what I'll probably do, in fact what I definitely will do, is stick some more dark down one side. There, let's just thicken that up just enough. I think that's alright. Let's try this one. Do you ever get sick to death of filling forms in? I'm sick to death on it. Form after form after form for this, a form for that. Go to the dentist. You have to fill a form in before they pull your tooth out or whatever they're doing. Sick of filling forms in. I had one other day. Religion. I put none. Got no religion. Put none. There, well, look at that. There. Is that enough? Don't look bad, do it? Tell you what I'm going to do now. Let's get some of this. And go just dip that same colour brush into a bit of designer's white gouache, squash, whatever you call it. I call it gouache. And just lighten up a bit down one side there. Just put a highlight in there. One in there. I think I'll have one in there and all, just a highlight. And that's opaque, so that'll cut straight through all this other stuff. Let's say a bit in here and all. A bit in there. That's enough. Don't have to go mad with that. There. I think that's just pull. In fact, let me just sit right back and have a look, make sure. Let me go back across the room. Back across the room. My eyesight's just not blurry. I'm sure that's enough. I think that's okay. If I'm not sure, I'll tell you what. If I'm not sure, let's just put a little bit more in. So I'm not 1,000,000% sure, so why not just whack a bit more in. Paint's grey. Bonton, but nice thick paint. Just add a bit extra in there. That's it. I can blend into that white if I want. That should look quite nice. There. That's it. This one, this side. Look. I think that looks better, doesn't it? Oh, a bit down here, I'm thinking, actually. Go even a bit darker down there. There we are. That looks nice. Some thick Payne's grey in there. Thicken this bit up a bit down there and all. There, I'm happy with that. If I keep going, I'll just be fiddling. I don't want to be fiddling about. There. That's just brought them closer. Even had a bit on there, just so not to waste any paint in it. Don't really do it just so you don't waste paint. But I think that getting a bit of extra texture. These are okay, I think. These this side I think look okay. Pop a bit on there. There we are. That'll do me. Finished picture. Yeah, that's just pulled them. They were just that bit transparent. So that just shows you how I sit back, have a cup of tea, have a look, and then if there's out needs altering, you can just pop back in, sort it out. City on beach.